Hi, I'm Mojo Hiker and I'm here with Miss Steps a Lot, and we are today going to start the Ozark Trail. It's hundreds of miles long, and what our intentions are is to just show you the neat things along the way that we find, uh, neat trails and so forth, or mining areas, wild plants and stuff that you normally wouldn't think of to look at in a trail like this. So let's go ahead and get started. To find the trail, it's right by the Merrimack River. You find this Huzzah sign here because we're going to be in the Huzzah Conservation Area, and it's an 8,000 acre conservation area. So where the actual trail starts, and like I say, it's like, I don't know, 200-300 miles long. It's right here at this Colonel Placemeyer Wildlife Viewing Trail. So anyway, we'll get started. Hi, here we are again. Actually, I forgot to mention, this is Christmas Day 2015 that we're embarking upon this big trail. And neat thing, here we are amongst a bunch of Christmas ferns. That's what these are. The whole hillside is full of them. Just pan over there. I don't know if that'll pick it up very well, but anyway, we're a mile in, the first mile, and we've come across a hillside of Christmas ferns. So, you know, I know you're not watching on Christmas, but Merry Christmas. That's our gift to you.
Mile marker 2.8. We see here now they're doing controlled burns, and year by year it's going to get better and better for the wildlife. Before long, well, in 60 years, it'll be amazing in 60 years.
Oh, and we found Waldo.
Oh, where's Waldo?
Right there.
Oh my gosh, there's Waldo. There's Waldo. All right, there's Waldo.
Hey, Waldo.
Okay, so we're at about 2.6 miles into this, and this is just an old mining place. A couple, like 150 years ago, they mined this. And what Miss Stumbles a Lot is on a little bridge that has been built for, you know, their mining activities. And then the really cool thing is there's this really neat lake over here that's left by the miners. Okay, so this is some old, what they would call like a diggings, where they dug a lot of minerals out of. And that right there is this really cool, I hope you can see it well enough. It's this clay type rocks, probably not clay, but clay colored. It's almost a purple color. Almost something you might see in, you know, the painted desert or something. And when the sun shines just right, which we got a pretty good sunlight on it now, it can really look neat. But also this lake can get really clear, and if it hadn't been raining just real recently. But anyway, right by here, they say there's an old iron smelter 500 foot south of us, which would be really towards the sun that direction. But by looking at a map, I think that it's going to be more west than south. So we're going to take a hike off the beaten trail here and find this old smelter. It's supposed to be
Okay, so
we're looking for that smelter, and you know, we gotten off the path maybe a couple hundred feet, came across this creek. It looks like these rocks are like melted, almost like glass type stuff. So I assume we're near the smelter. You can get the sun kind of reflects. It's really shiny, like I say, like a glass. There's all in this rock bottom, this creek bottom is full of that stuff. Some of them are really cool looking. So, like, look at this one. Look at that piece there. So, the smelter was probably up the creek from this, but we're just going to look around a little bit. If we don't find it, we don't find it. But it's a big smelter from 160 years ago. So Miss Stumbles a Lot, Miss Steps a Lot, you ready to go look for it? We found the smelter. Anyway, this was constructed in, I believe they said 1760 or 1770, and then ran for 10 years. And anyway, like Miss Steps a Lot was pointing out, there's two kinds of rocks. It looks like the exterior is a you know, the limestone with like a grayish look. And then the chimney, the inside of it, had that reddish rock up top there. And anyway, apparently they would get their ore and melt it there. And, you know, pretty big production here. And then, anyway, you can see like here, a place like this is probably some old, almost like ashes rocks, just melted stuff that they, you know, remnants of what they did in there, just all these big rocks along there. At one time, this is a big hustle bustle place. I understand there's like maybe 300 people working here. So anyway, thought we'd show you that. Okay, so here you can see it again from a different angle. You can see kind of the chimney up there better. And then there's another portion of it up there on top of the hill. I don't know, I think...
Come show the doorway.
Oh, you see a doorway?
Yeah, there's, around the side there's like a...
Here we are, closer to it. Miss Stumbles a Lot has found herself a doorway. Now, we don't trust this as far as leaning on it or anything, but there's a steel beam, you know, lintel at the top there. Pretty cool. Probably at night you'll see a lot of bats coming in and out of this place, but really impressive, off the beaten path. Found only by the duel of us two amazing hikers.
Don't be alarmed by the shooting. We're in a restricted area.
Right, there's gunfire behind us. Miss Stumbles a Lot is wanting me to go over there in that woods where it's the Huzzah shooting range, and people with their brand new rifles for Christmas is shooting, and she keeps trying me to go back in there. So let's hit the trail. So here's how the secret way to get out there. Nobody knows how to get to this hidden mines back there, but on top of that hillside there, that's that neat little lake that we showed you. Well, below the lake, you just keep going downhill. There's like ravines below it, and so you just follow the ravine south. And that ravine right there, they all ravines merge together. You just kind of keep going. Anywhere you can go downhill. And 500 foot back in there, you'll see that really cool smelter. It's called Scotia Smelter. And gosh, oh, we saw all kinds of rocks, rocks like we've never seen. We didn't show you, but there was rocks like teal colored and purple color, just the weirdest rocks you've ever seen. They're so pretty, make great lawn decorations.
Marker, and there's a marker right there.
Yeah, so
right here between two markers.
Yeah, there's Ozark. Okay, so there's a section of the trail where you walk like a half of a mile up a logging road, just freshly made this year with, you know, timber on both sides. But we've ended up going the wrong way last week when we were here. As you follow this, there's no indication, but the road comes to a Y, and you have to go off the actual fresh cut logging road onto this other older logging road. And the one thing you can do to determine it's just not marked. There's no those Ozark Trail signs on any of these trees, but you just walk up a few steps and they've got this little bench there. That's how you know. All right, let's do it. She's not camera shifting. So here we are. We're at the Courtois River. We followed the Courtois River about a quarter of a mile, and that bluff is on the side with caves throughout. It's really cool. But the bluff kind of leans over, shadowing you even on a day when the sun would be straight up. The Courtois, you know, flows at you this way. It's up really high, and the thing is, I think that very soon we're supposed to cross this river, which ought to get kind of interesting. And here's the other issue, huge issue. We're about 2 hours from where we set up, and we've only got like an hour of sunlight, obviously. So we're enjoying this, but we absolutely got to get heading back. Wish we had about an hour just to check out these neat formations on these rocks. In fact, there's a pretty cool cave right up there, I'll bet. So anyway, here we are. It's a great spot. Ready to head back?
Yep.
All right. I don't know, there's just all kinds of things. Here's a gorge, just kind of off the path here that's, you just find all kinds of really cool things to check out. You climb that mountain if you want, that cliffside. Just really cool stuff. It's really serene. And then you got the river back there. But here we are playing around, and we've got less than an hour before it's pitch dark, so we gotta go. Okay, well, we made it back. It's a little bit dark, obviously. I don't think you can see anything, but the funny thing is we knew our way back. We've been on this trail a bunch, last weekend, so we knew our way back through the woods. Otherwise, we'd have never done this in 8,000 acres of Huzzah conservation land, but we made it back. I know you can't see us, but we're here. Merry Christmas.